And I'm sure you noticed the title of the video. This is going to be all about primers. A follower had requested that I make a video about primers. She said she was still kind of confused about what they were for and why I needed them, things like that. So I'm going to talk a little bit about that and gonna show y'all some of the primers that I have, some that I like, some that I don't like, and of course with these, you know, even if I tell you that I hate them, don't think that it's a horrible product altogether, because just because I don't like something doesn't mean it's not good for somebody else. So, I mean, one primer that I think is just absolutely awful, you might try it and think that it's fantastic for you, because I have really, really oily skin. Just really bad oily skin. And so I use primers to control that a little bit. Before I started using primers, I noticed that my skin, even just a few hours, like 3 or 4 hours after putting on my makeup, my skin would just look so shiny. And being a person with naturally oily skin, you know, I like to avoid that look. I don't like to have the really shiny effect going on. I mean, if you're lucky and you have normal skin, you know, maybe you'll get a little tiny bit of a dewy look. Well, count yourself lucky, but I don't get that. So, but yes, primers, from what I can tell, and I'm sure I'm misinformed, but there are mainly 2 primers. Well, there's 2 main ones that I use. One is a pore primer, which is basically to kind of, if you have large pores like I do, and I'm sure you've noticed, because it's kind of hard to miss, but if you have large pores like I do, you want to fill them in so that they don't stand out as much when you're putting on your makeup. Well, there are many, many, many different brands that have that. There's a brand here in Korea that has a pore filler. I know Benefit is probably one of the most popular ones. I can't think of any other brands off the top of my head that make pore fillers, but this is the pore primer that I'm talking about. It's Etude House makes it, and yes, it's called Goodbye Porever. And the crazy thing about this is that for the longest time I thought you just use it like a normal primer. You just kind of rub it all over your skin. Well, you don't. With these kind of primers, whether it be this one or the Benefit Professional or whatever other kind of primer, you dab it, you kind of pat it into your skin, and that helps fill those in. So I mean, I have big pores all over my cheeks, my nose, even my forehead, my chin. I have big pores. Thank both of my parents for that one, but whatever. I have them, gotta, you know, do what I can with them to make the best out of the situation. So I have used this the way it's supposed to be used once. I didn't really notice a whole big difference. I guess maybe my pores are just craters and they're beyond help. I don't know. But yes, that is what you do when it's something to do with pores. You pat it in, you know, to just try to get that nice filled in look, I suppose. And with these, most people use another oh my gosh, another primer on top of it. So that's what I would do also with this one, and it's not uncommon to do that at all. I mean, if you don't have oily skin, then, you know, congratulations, you are one of the lucky ones. But if you're like me and you have big pores and oily skin, I have to use the pore filler inner and another primer as well. And I do have several. I have, well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, I have 6. I am always on the lookout for my holy grail of primers, and I don't know if I have found it yet. The one that I had actually started with, it doesn't say primer on it, but it's this one from Avon, and I can't even remember why I tried this one to start with. It just looked kind of cool, and it says Face Perfector. And you know, you do put this on under your makeup. So you do this one, you do the primer and then your foundation and your concealer and your powder and whatnot. But this one is from Avon. It has SPF 20 in it, and it's just a clear, it kind of feels, it comes out like a gel. Let's see if I can show you. it's not cooperating with you. Anyway, you'll just have to take my word for it. It comes out like a gel, but it goes on your skin really smooth and kind of powdery feeling after a minute. So this is definitely one I recommend. This is the first one I've ever used. First one I ever used. Oh my goodness. And I really like it. So there's that one, and then the one I'm using right now most of the time is the Revlon Photo Ready. They do have two different kinds. This one is the color correcting primer, and then I can't remember what the name of the other one is, but I do have some discolorations, some blemishes, things like that on my face, so I use this one. I really like it. I think I paid around $11 or $12 for it at the BX. So if you get it at Walmart or CVS or something, it would probably cost $2 or $3 more, just because PX and BX and things like that, they cut us a little slack with most prices of different things. So but this one I definitely recommend. This one helps me stay a little bit more matte throughout the day than if I wore no primer or if I wore, you know, some other primers. Another good one is this mineral infused primer from e.l.f. and I think this one runs about $6. I got it online, and it's clear. Yeah, so there's no tint to this one at all. It's not like a tinted primer, moisturizer, anything like that. I really do like this one. I've used it a lot because usually there's a base at the bottom down here, but it's way up in here. I don't even know where it is. I'm probably going to have to reorder this one soon. But this one is absolutely fantastic. I highly recommend it. And now I'm going to go ahead and tell you the ones that I've tried that I don't really like. One is this Almay Smart Shade. As you can see, it has like a purple and green swirl in there, and I think it's supposed to help correct, like if you have red spots or something, green I think is supposed to kind of counteract that. Honestly, I don't know what purple is for, but this one I'm really not impressed with. I do have uber oily skin. I mean, it's just oil slick. Take me to Jiffy Lube and change my face kind of oily. So this one, I mean, maybe if you have combination skin or if you have an oily T-zone or something, maybe this one would work a little bit better for you than it does for me. I don't know, but I won't be repurchasing this one. Sorry, Almay. Another one, let's see, there is the L'Oreal Magic Perfecting Base, which I haven't been terribly impressed by this one either. But it's in a cute little jar. It's about this, it's a little bit bigger, I guess, than a MAC paint pot, but this is what it looks like. It is very, it's kind of spongy feeling, you know, when you stick your finger in there. It's pretty cool feeling. I wasn't really impressed by it. It didn't keep me mad enough, so won't be buying that one. And then this, I think I picked up when I was back in the States for a month or so earlier this year. This is the one from Hard Candy, and it didn't really leave me speechless, breathless, nothing like that. It's okay. I mean, I'll use it in a pinch, but you know, if I have my Revlon or my Avon with me, I'll be using those instead. So sorry, Hard Candy, but you didn't knock me off my feet. Anyway, so those are the primers that I have, but like I said, primers go on under your makeup. They can be worn alone. I mean, if you have just beautiful skin, but you just want a matte look, you know, you can do it that way too. The pore specific ones, remember, pat those in. The rest of them, you can just sweep them onto your face. If you want to use your fingertips, you can. If you want to use a makeup brush, you can do that too. Or one of those little makeup sponges. You can do it however you want to do it. But yeah, they are primarily to help keep you matte, to help keep you from shining like a diamond. I don't know. But I hope this was helpful. If it wasn't helpful, leave me a comment. If it was helpful, leave me a comment and like the video. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe and tell your friends. I am always looking for new followers and thrilled to have followers in the first place. If you have comments, suggestions, leave them in the comment section below, and I will see you guys later. Bye!